Okay, this is part two of the guidelines for guidepost for February 2nd. First part one, hope you've seen it, paid attention to it, considered it. If you haven't, go back and do that first because this is part two. Because what happened in part one, I'm talking about mind. What is the phenomenon of mind? When you're in your right mind, or if you're out of your mind, or if you make up your mind, what are we talking about there? And is there such a thing as mind that exists outside of us, outside of our own awareness? Uh, does someone else's mind influence our own mind? And if we are we sometimes inspired by that? So we're looking at inspiration, to be inspirited or dispirited, or how does spirit, what we think of in spirit, how is that connected to the quality of mind or the concept of mind? And so what I want to do is take that a little bit further and suggest to you that yes, there is a kind of energy that happens when we connect with the mind of another, and there's a kind of spirit that we can engage from that. So you're the crowd at a sporting event and everybody's cheering, hey, and you're going to tend to want to cheer for the team that is the team of those people that are surrounding you. Or if all of the folks in your friend group are really into a particular band, you kind of want to, oh yeah, I want to get to know that music. I want to see what that feels like to get into that. We want to sort of catch the spirit that comes from other people. We want to kind of allow that to enliven us. But sometimes what the mind of the community, the group think is, sometimes it's a mob, and sometimes the spirit is destructive or somehow other than what we would normally resonate with. So we can be influenced by groupthink, by a larger mind, by a perspective that's really not accurate, doesn't feel right to us, is not our discerning of what is actually true or good or helpful. People can say to you, oh, God thinks that you should, or we can get that sort of that larger mind notion of this is the way we're supposed to be, and I think no, not so much. I don't think so. So the question is, when we are connected with, in any sense, a kind of larger mind, a phenomenon of mind that's outside of ourselves, which is influencing us, how do we discern whether this is mind that we want to pay attention to? There's some sense in which we want to be obedient to or in harmony with, resonate with this quality of mind? Or is this something that we say, no, this is not higher mind. This is not the source that I want to go to when it comes to figuring out what are the choices that I'm going to make? How am I going to deal in my life? Not this, but maybe that. So how do we make that distinction? How do we discern that? So that's part two for this evening. Hope I see you there.